Hi folks, Puffin here with your Antifa News Briefa for 8/21/21. This one's about fairy magic. Everything's about fairy magic. This one's about fairy magic going more into detail about recent events. Quinn taking down an incel terrorist network, and the Afghan army taking back cities from the Taliban. These things are connected. These things are actually connected not by magic on the outside and by evil on the inside. And I'll get into that. Fairy magic, fairies are connected to everything. That's the thing about fairy magic. It can happen in lots of different ways. So this isn't like some definitive thing on fairy magic. This is the one part of fairy magic, one way it can go, one way they can work. But fairies can do anything connected to anything and everything. Interconnecting everything is one reason they can do anything. They just need something to start with, anything to start with. So it's like all things are connected in this magical sense. Then some things are connected in this physical conspiratorial sense, which can be good. People can conspire to do good things, collaborate to do good things. But people who conspire secretly, who have to keep it secret or try to act like they're not in connection when they are, do so because they're doing something bad, evil. Now we're talking about the Taliban and the fresh and fit community again, and Trump, and Putin, and trolls. If you don't think these things are all the same, look at some of my videos. Why do I get downvoted for a video telling you that the Afghan army have taken back some cities from the Taliban? Is that from people who are way more into peace than I am? Because I'm a super pacifist type person. No, it's from Trumpers who are disappointed that the Taliban's losing. So in a way, these things are traps. There's a trap set for evil forces by letting them feel emboldened. So all these people have been trapped into feeling like, oh, I can say all these racist comments on the internet because I'm anonymous. And it's like people can track down who you are. And they've all been emboldened by these Russian trolls that worked to the extent of making Trump seem popular, making Bolsonaro seem popular, making Modi seem popular. Those are all Putin puppets that he put out there to spread a Trump virus genocide. If you don't understand that now, you'll understand it in the near future. But yeah, all those guys lied in the same way to try to spread the virus and the genocide as much as possible for Putin to get revenge or something. Putin's a jerk, okay? Let me just put it that way. And we got this red pill, black pill community, okay? This manosphere. Red pill are roofies, like they will date rape you. It's the rapist part of the community. And the murderous, terrorist part of the community is especially racist too. They're all kind of racist everybody's more racist than they realize. But these people are like not realizing they're part of a racist terrorist organization, KKK side group or whatever. The black pill community, there's just murder women. They're terrorists. So I'm afraid they did it to another woman here in Colorado who fell off the mountainside, because I've seen them talking about this type of stuff in comments. We'll take you out to take pictures and drop you off the side of a mountain. They're terrible terrorists, okay? Incels are the ones who like run over women with their trucks. They're just murdering people, okay? They're terrorists. They're domestic terrorists in America. Well, you had one in the UK. There was an incel terrorist in the UK who apparently committed the greatest terrorist act in UK's history, although I didn't hear about it except for, I think, American Doofus Channel. I don't know how many people he killed with a gun. Hopefully only like 2 or 3, and that's still the greatest terrorist act in UK history because they don't have guns there. But yeah, so he said he's a British citizen who said he's a Trumper, an incel, and did this out of the spirit of America, because these people, Putin, Zuckerberg, have corrupted what the super uber patriotic Americans, who are always jerks and didn't represent America well, taking them off the deep end. They're off to Trader City. They're not American anymore. Let's just be real. They've renounced their American card. Their American cards are revoked. They're all cheering the Taliban. So we're talking about Marjorie Taylor Greene, Lauren Boebert, all these QAnazis, Donald Trump himself, cheering on the Taliban because Putin told them to. Okay, so I got trolls personally on my channel cheering on the Taliban, or all upset that the Taliban's going to lose. They've been taken in a trap. Okay, I don't know exactly what the name of this is. I feel like there's a name for it. They've been taken in a trap where you've been allowed, emboldened, and unfortunately it's killed a lot of people. When these people are emboldened and allowed to spread all these lies about the virus, people get the virus and die. And that's terrible. Just like people got killed in the Taliban's advance to Kabul, but they were also unopposed, and there wasn't a whole lot of fighting. But now they've been drawn out of the mountains into the cities where they can all be killed. It's a trap. And, thank the goddess for the trap. Thank the goddess for the Trump virus trap. Ultimately, if it thins out some of these Nazis who will not change their mind. If you will change your mind, we want to have you back in humanity. Open invitation to come back from Trump to America. But it's Trumpers or Americans. Most Trumpers were never Americans. They were just trolls trolling us from other parts of the world. But the ones who were in America got their American cards revoked. So these incel guys that were harassing Anna Quinn, that's why I'm so grateful for her speaking up. My timeline is I'm just watching YouTube videos, watching Pascal's show, showing her video, and then she comes on at the end of it, like magic. And then I'm like, go long, Pascal, but he didn't do it. But he did start another live with her immediately afterwards. So like magic, it's translated from hearing about the story to talking about the person who made the story happen. And talking to her, she's just a very sweet person. I am no way suggesting that she is personally connected to the vice president of Afghanistan, who also made a statement and made a decision and put a message out there. But we're retaking this country from the Taliban. And he's the rightful president as the only, highest up politician who didn't bail on him. He's still in the country. And as far as I know, according to Chinese news media, they've taken over some cities in Afghanistan back from the Taliban. And Trumpers are really mad about it. Or you don't even hear about it in America. Like, first of all, that's suspicious that all your news stories are not including this news. They're way more into how are we going to work with the Taliban and trying to legitimize that because Russia, Putin, Trump, like they have their fingers in all the media so much. They've been able to promote all these media that promote their side of the story, their propaganda, and they want you to accept the Taliban. Again, I'm not for war, but war is the situation, war is the game that they're still playing out there. The war is still the situation. We should have taken a different approach and spent $1 trillion on something other than war and weapons. Then you would have transformed Afghanistan. As it is, they're probably going to kill the Taliban because they've drawn them into the cities where they can easily kill them. And it won't be too long until they've figured out that's probably the game. That's probably the trap. But they won't be able to get out. Now, same is true for all these Trumpers and trolls on the internet. They've all left their comments. They can't take them back. You know how sometimes you wish you could pull a text back or take an email back or something you said in person? Like you wish you could take something back, but you can't. It's out there. And you get caught in the cover-up. It was like Cuomo, just made himself sound terribly guilty, even if he didn't know anything else about the situation in his resignation speech. Because the way people talk about it, they're getting caught in the cover-up. So all these people have been cheering on the Taliban. They've had long enough time to cheer on the Taliban to acknowledge themselves as terrorists, enemies of America and enemies of humanity. There you go. They got trapped. They fell for the trap. So let's spring the trap, as hopefully they've done in Afghanistan, and they're taking the country back from the Taliban. And they were just tricking them all along. Again, that one could hope, because those guys don't seem honest, and they seem directly connected to Putin. They seem like they're just working for Putin against America, just like they were working for America against USSR as some type of terrible revenge ploy. War is all revenge and evil and violent. There are better ways. I hate Trumpers. I think of them as terrorists who are trying to kill us, and they're very rude to me on my channel. But I still want to change them and befriend them, and befriend them after I change. I don't want to befriend them now, but to express the hand of friendship, to say you can change and become a human again instead of a troll, a zombie, a brainwashed, evil Nazi creature. Same's true for the Taliban. It's not like all the magic's in their beards, but they can change. People can change. So let's have faith for that, and thank you to the people who are doing everything. Even if you don't think you're taking down the entire fascist system by calling out some incel for trying to rape you, you are. You're helping. Everything helps so much. And even if you can't call somebody out because it's not safe for you to do so, you're helping just by caring. You're helping just by expressing to someone else, thanks for doing that, and helping share their story or something. Everything helps. So it's like what they call the butterfly effect. or a ripple effect where one little thing can affect everything. That's fairy magic in an essence type of way. Like, since everything's connected, once anything gets started, it can just keep going. I gotta say, the Grateful Dead song Ripple. Listen to that song. Great song. And check out my band Foxen too, Foxzen. I hope that at least provides some type of comfort or a magical jumping off point, a magical launching pad or cloud to dive from for someone who hears it, because there's a lot of fairy magic in the lyrics. Fairies inspire the lyrics. So, and I feel inspired by this connection of events, going from, I don't know if I finished expressing the thought, going from Anna's interview with Pascal to right after that seeing the news on Chinese media about the Taliban being overthrown in certain towns. And then making that connection between, hey, she's decided to call these people out and make a video about it. And the vice president of Afghanistan decided, I'm going to go ahead and tweet and take this country back and, call to arms. And as far as I know, it could be working because you're not hearing about it. I heard about it from CGTN, Chinese YouTube news media, which is always a great channel. They've always got great news and beautiful hosts, and just it's such a great setup. It looks really cool. But yeah, just the honesty is what's so refreshing, like clear water after Flint, Michigan. So yeah, we've got updating to do, and we've got catching up to do. But it looks like we may have trapped this whole network because it's the same network, it's the same people, and once you bust up some of it, you'll see that the Taliban, Trump, it's the same people. And they're all terrorists, but we can stop them, reform them, rehabilitate them, whatever. We can bust up and trap their network. So thanks everyone for participating in that. This has been Puffin with your Antifa News Briefer for August 21/21. Just a great magical number for a great magical day. And this happens in all sorts of ways. So do any little thing you can, any little good thing you can to start this and believe in the magic of it, and you'll see a massive overflow of the magical result. Thanks.